and welcome to VCF Technical Series, Episode 8. Today, we are recording in Las Vegas from VMware Explore 2024. And maybe you can see it in the background, we are recording in front of the Win and Encore Hotel. And today we are talking about password management, password rotation. How do we get our passwords back? Because it's nice to have a tool which rotates the password. Does it rotate it automatically into my KeyPass? Yeah, I don't think so.
This would be nice, to be honest, but no, currently, yeah, we will have a look into it, but the fast answer is not out of the box, not via the API. There are some kind of ways how we can get the password out to a password management tool.
Correct.
But we will have a look into that. And also the password management is something which will often come or pop up in the future, because as soon if we bring in the whole VCF automation, VCF operation suite, because ARIA is dead, has been what we have learned so far.
Realize again.
It is now called VCF operations.
VCF operations, yeah,
VCF,
okay. We realize it's the even older name. Oh God.
Yeah. So also there, we will always have a kind of a look into the password management, but as for today, we clearly only focus of NSX managers, edges, vCenter, and our SDDC manager itself. But I would say, let's hop in front of our PCs and really show into it.
Correct. Okay, guys, as we were explaining in the introduction, we are talking about the password management. We are already logged on into our SDDC manager. In the main menu on the left side, you go to security, and there you have the option of password management. You see a couple of services there: backup, ESXi, vCenter, NSX Manager, PSC, Platform Service Controller. Well, the name is still there, but what is it? Basically, it's the core services and the SSO services of vCenter. Well, at the end of the day, it's administrator at vCenter local, what is behind it. So that's one speciality, because it cannot be external anymore, but whatever.
How long is the name PSC gone?
A couple of rotations.
A couple of rotations, I would say. Yeah. As Reinhard mentioned, please have in mind, behind the PSC or the Platform Service Controller, our vCenter single sign-on sits.
So the other thing, so if we look at that, we have here a collapsed workload management domain. That is why we only see our 5 entries here. We don't have deployed any NSX edges. If we would have done that, we would see the edges here too. If we would additional workload domains, we would see the components of those vCenters, NSX managers, whatever, they would be listed here too. So another speciality is if, could you click to ESXi hosts? Yes. Because automatic password rotation is, well, the rotation is working for ESXi hosts, but only manually, not in a scheduled way. Well, on the other hand, it's not implemented yet. Do we care? No. What we really should care about is, however, if you configure any kind of password rotation, is that the time when you rotate the passwords should be shorter than the time when your password expires. Because at the end of the day, if the password of any management appliance expires, you need to reboot it, go into grub, edit the boot, edit the line of the boot menu, boot into the single init mode, change the password on the command line, bring the machine up again, and that's always going with what? Downtime. Do we like downtime? No. Okay, so you see all of that makes somehow sense. Good. We are going to show you the password changing of the ESXi hosts. So we have here rotate password. You can either select one special user, you can select all of them, or you select rotate all passwords. Toby clicks now, it will be initiated through SSH. So the SDDC manager connects through SSH to the ESXi hosts. and rotates the passwords. In that environment, that's fairly quick. Why?
We only have
We
four.
only have 4 hosts. So what else do we see here? Toby, click on, let's say, one of the users, the first root, and click the
Burger menu.
burger menu is when it says 3 lines.
Yeah,
3 dots.
three dots is also burger menu. It's the duty burger.
The Totti burger. Okay, the options we have here is rotate password, which the name is the program. It rotates the password. Update the password is also an update of the password, but it gives you the option to set your specific password. For example, you create a new password in your password management tool, whatever that is, KeePass, RDM, you name it. And then you take the password out of there, punch it in here, and update the password of your given user account. Then we have Remediate password. What's behind that? Let's assume you log into any appliance. It tells you the password has expired. You immediately do the password update, the password change, but the SDDC manager is not aware of that. It continuously, in certain intervals, tries to log on to see if everything is okay, and then he finds out, oh, someone has changed the password and I cannot log in. When that happens, click cancel here real quick. You see on the top all expiring and disconnected. Then the counter on disconnect would go up, and you would see the service where he cannot log in. And with Remediate password, you can give the SDDC manager the manually updated password, which was not done through SDDC manager, so that everything is fine. And for the next password rotation, the password can be set in an automated way.
And I would like to add here something. There is a world famous sentence available. If you do a manual password out of, not inside SDDC manager, so direct in the appliance, I will find you and I will
change
you.
Okay. Okay. Select all the in the ESXi hosts, select all the users, or select rotate all passwords. It's
whatever
the
you would
same.
like. Yeah, we have done it already.
Oh yes, we did. If I don't see the history, it's like, okay. So let's log on to a root. Oh,
So Reinhard, how do I get my password now? I would assume now I select, for example, the password of the number 8. Let's do it with the number 8. I select it here, and I get here a review of my password field.
No, that would be too easy.
Okay. How do I get my password then?
Okay, you need to log on with your VCF user to your SDDC manager and use the command line.
So I need to go via PuTTY or via SSH?
Okay. Yep.
Then let's do this.
So command line is your friend. So you need to log on with your VCF user, as already stated. You cannot log in with root because SSH prevents that. However, you could elevate your rights with sudo su minus and whatever. Lookup _ passwords is the command you're looking for. If you press enter, you see the entities or the services which have usernames behind them. And if you look closely, you see NSX manager and NSXT manager, or NSX controllers. So in the first versions of VCF, we didn't use NSXT. It was still NSXV for vSphere. The tool has still the options inside, even if the products are not used anymore. So if you would do a lookup of your NSXT manager password, well, you need to take the correct identifier. This is Linux. Case sensitivity is king. So uppercase ESXi, then you can choose how many pages do you want to see, how many entries on each page. We have only 4 hosts, so enter is fine. And then you authenticate. We are using here administrator at vSphere local. That's fine. You also could use, if you have seen our previous episodes, our Entra users for single sign-on. And at the end of the day, if everything goes right, you see the identifier, which is the host plus the IP address. You see that it's in the workload domain, and you see the username and the password. copy out the password and log in through the SSH or again through the browser. When copying out the passwords, take care space is not in front or in the end, because again, it might fail you during your logon. So root as the username, password out, paste it from the clipboard, and hit it.
And I'm in.
Ta-da! So now you have seen what password rotation is all about. Well,
and how we get the passwords then. Not only rotating the password, but also getting the passwords.
The only thing I hear is me.
Yeah, for sure. One thing to add, two things to add, to be honest. On one hand, I would highly recommend, or we would highly recommend, not to enable the auto rotate for the administrator at VCF local, because it is at the end, it is the account of my last resort. If everything breaks, my single sign-on for whatever kind of reason is not working, and nothing is there from a user perspective, at least with the administrator at VCF local, I can always utilize my whole environment. So this is the reason why I would highly recommend not to enable the automatic rotation, and always do the manual way, so the update password way. Generate your password in your Keybase, Devolutions, RDM, whatever password management tool you have, and then utilize the update password here to bring in the new password. But highly recommend not to enable it.
What I also like is I have always as a second breaking the glass account. And on top of that, there is not yet, well, we've heard from some tools, but we have RDM.
We have not seen it.
Yeah, and ours cannot do it as of right now. Is an automatic password sync from RDM into SDDC Manager. So especially not out of the SDDC Manager. However,
there are tools already. We heard about it, that there are already tools on the market which can be utilized to the SDDC Manager, or the tool utilizes the SDDC Manager to do the update of the password and also stores it automatically. On the other way around, since we have a workflow management tool in VMware or inside Broadcom as well, which is called Orchestrator, you can also utilize the Orchestrator to do the password sync between the SDDC Manager and your password management tool. But to be honest, also here, this is nothing which is developed out of the box, so you need to self-develop it.
You need to do it on your own.
Maybe we will do an episode about it, because I have done it on the customer side. Yeah, I would say
that's the end of the episode.
That's the end of episode number 8, directly from VMware Explore from Las Vegas. Yeah, see you in the next episode, in episode number 9.
Bye, guys.